Hey guys, welcome back. Now, with February being a terrible month for the crypto market, the big question is March going to be the big recovery, or are we set for the next leg down? It's no secret that the war in Ukraine and the Trump tariffs are making the markets very uncertain right now, and they're waiting to break either up or down. And so in this video, we'll be covering the latest price action and see what is going on and the key levels to watch. Then we'll see how is this bull market progressing against the previous ones in the 4-year cycle, and then we'll finish with the biggest developments from all around the world in just the past couple of weeks. Okay, so first up with this latest crazy price action going on in Bitcoin and altcoins, let's take a look and see what is going on. Okay, so starting point being the Bitcoin chart on the daily, and what do we see? Well, we've had this nice big correction / crash taking us down about 30%. Very healthy correction there. Now, previous to this, we were looking at this key level here, which was around 91,000. And this is the channel, the most recent channel that it had been playing in with fake outs and breakouts. And then most recently, I think mainly caused by the Trump tariffs and obviously the war in Ukraine as well. Markets really do not like uncertainty, and this did cause a flush. And obviously if Bitcoin goes down 30%, then many of the top altcoins will see a 50% drop. So the crypto market certainly plays by its own rules, and this is why trying to time the market is virtually impossible, because in the short term, in the near term, it is impossible to know which direction it's going. It's just as likely that literally in a couple of days we can be retesting the high, or it can crash even further, which is why hodlers win more over time. Now, here we are just testing the bottom of this range, and as mentioned, in the short term, literally anything can happen. Now, if you missed my last video, it was a very important one, because this is the chart of the week. And it basically just says that in the big blow off year like this one in 2017, Bitcoin correcting 30 to 40% is still something that happens again and again and again. So from now in March to the end of the year, a lot can happen in the crypto market. That is a lot of months still to play for. So this is nothing new. If you're able to buy on these severe pullbacks, then all the better. And if not, it's a very rocky road to the top, driven by greed and fear, greed and fear, greed and fear. And it just makes you think, how important is the most recent news? If the crypto market corrects 50% for different reasons every single time, then are the tariffs and is the war in Ukraine really that important to the crypto market? It seems to do this no matter what the news is. And here's a very important point. At the absolute maximum pain, when the market is flushed out and people have lost the most money and are feeling their absolute worst, the big question is, was this a good time to buy? And the answer is clearly yes. What about the next time? So the market's gone down, it's set new highs, it's come back in, it's set new highs, it's flash crash down, people think that it's coming back, and then there's another flash crash. People have lost the maximum amount of money, they feel their absolute worst. The horrible irony is that this is exactly the best time to buy, when you feel your absolute worst. Turns out, amazing time to buy. And it's the same thing. This one actually looks really similar to the one we're going through right now. We'd set a high, we'd had a nice crash back down. It had come back up to lure you in, only to crash back down. The market just goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it fades down, and then you get a brutal sell-off. And just when you feel your absolute worst, you've lost the most money for a long time. Could be weeks, could be months. Turns out the very best time to buy. And this is the same every single time, but we forget because we're so wrapped up in the fear. Now, even here, when the market had set its absolute top, it doesn't matter if you were to buy here or were to buy here, Bitcoin was still under $22,000. So if you just fast forward 6 months, 12 months, even buying at the absolute peak, anyone who's held crypto for over 4 years, especially the top coins, have never lost money. So that's a really important point of when you feel at your absolute worst. However, we very quickly forget it. Now, jumping into the 4-year cycle, and this, we've now started to see a divergence away from what's happened in previous cycles. So at this point, after the halving, there has been nice runs in the previous blow-off tops. However, we have started to come down. And again, crypto owes us nothing. It will do what it's going to do. My rough benchmark in my head is that it's going to top out between a 10 and 15x, and so there's still so much time, so many months for it to make these gains. So I'm not really worried right now. When I see all the positive developments coming out and all the tailwinds that crypto has this year, for us to get to this 10 to 15x is really not that difficult. It can literally do it in a couple of months. So as annoying as this is, as frustrating when the market goes down, it's still all to play for, and it can turn around just as quick. So will we see a nice run topping out towards the end of March like in previous years? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we get a very strong Q2 instead of the pullback. Remember, this is just a map, and the map is not the territory. But the reason I still feel very optimistic is because of the developments going on right now. So these are all the states that are pushing for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, as you'll see in a second, the US as a country just announced its reserve, but then add to that, look how many states are going to be buying Bitcoin over the next 12 months. If you would have seen this a couple of years ago, it would have been really, really hard to believe. Yet here we are, and amazingly, people are still selling. We saw a massive hedge fund, Citadel Securities, are going to be getting into the crypto market now that the US crypto regulatory landscape is changing. Great to see. We have DekaBank in Germany launching crypto trading and custody in Europe, and this is going to be a chain reaction coming all across Europe. We had a top music artist, Snoop Dogg, and he has made a partnership with Tune FM, which is a decentralized music streaming platform on Hedera. Just global megastars partnering with crypto, nothing to see here. We have the CME to launch Solana futures starting March the 17th. Again, amazing developments, great for Solana and the altcoin market, which is largely getting ignored. Then this is something that we would have dreamed about over the past couple of years, the SEC just dismissing their lawsuit against Coinbase. Amazingly, Coinbase had a blow-off quarter, smashing all the results, and the SEC dismissed their lawsuit. and still Coinbase sold off. So unfortunately, markets can be irrational in the short term, but also they dismissed their case against Robinhood, against Consensus, against OpenSea, against Gemini. They've pretty much, I've probably missed a couple. This regulating by enforcement is being dropped. We've got a crypto-friendly SEC, yet the market again seems to be ignoring this. This will all catch up, and I do feel sorry for the people selling crypto right now, because I think the tide is going out and it's going to catch a lot of people not wearing underwear. Then, hot off the press, Donald Trump has just signed the executive order for creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I think the market was a bit underwhelmed with this, as it was just holding on to the current Bitcoin that they have, although they are now looking into ways of accumulating more. And also this includes the digital asset stockpile, which I believe holds Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and ADA. So we now have the President of the United States signing executive orders for not just Bitcoin, but altcoins, and still the market is uncertain. So I honestly think this is a massive overreaction. It's an amazing time to buy. However, time will tell. With February being a terrible month for the crypto market, is March going to be the big recovery, or are we set for another leg down? Now, my most important chart of the week was showing in the previous mega bull market of 2017, big corrections of 30 to 40% for Bitcoin and over 50% for altcoins was a regular occurrence, and it's nothing out of the ordinary. The 4-year cycle says to me that we are due the next leg up, and I think maybe the CPI data next week is going to be the critical piece. So more on that next week. And regardless of everything going on, the developments in crypto from all around the world just keep coming in. And this all says to me that the bull market is likely not over. It's just getting delayed. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now you tell me, are you feeling bullish or bearish right now? Is the next leg up or is it down? Let me know below. Also, if you've got any burning questions that you must get answered, then use super thanks below. However, just remember to get rid of 100% of the comment spam and trading bots that plague YouTube comments. We are trying out the new super thanks commenting system. So to get your question or comment read and replied to, or just to say thanks, then use super thanks below. And for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.